Greetings lords and ladies, and welcome to the Westeros vibe, where winter may have come, but Season 7 is still a year out. Before we start, I would like to remind you that links to every article or video covered this week can be found in the video description below. Also in the description you will find timestamps, so that you can choose which stories you will want to view. We start off the week with the what if scenario. Game of Thrones original plan, how Robb and Catelyn were supposed to die. Apparently Robb was supposed to win many victories and mutilate Joffrey, but then be defeated and killed by Jaime and Tyrion. Catelyn would have fled to the wall and been captured by the king beyond the wall, and have died when the Whites would have overrun the camp. Moving on to a countdown, something we haven't covered in a while. The 43 most shocking deaths on Game of Thrones ranked. All of your favorites are here, from King Robert Baratheon to Joffrey, Lancel, Tywin, and of course Jon Snow. The list is long and full of spoilers, and so I can't cover it entirely, so if you are curious to see where your favorite character death is placed, then follow the link and take a gander. Next up, some book lore with the mysterious and dangerous continent of Sothorios. The article quickly covers what is known about the southernmost continent of Planetos, which is not much. There are ruins and abandoned cities, dangerous fauna which will kill you, deadly diseases, cannibals, and unexplored jungle. Hopefully George will delve further into this part of the world because it sounds fascinating. In other news, Game of Thrones Season 6 ratings overview. This season's finale has set a new record for the series, 8.89 million, an improvement of almost 10% over Season 5's finale. The article contains a graph of all seasons and their ratings, so if you're interested, check it out by clicking the link below. Moving on to Brian Cox discusses turning down Game of Thrones. The quote which explains his decision is the following. Stupidly, I turned it down in the early days because they didn't pay enough money. Now they have more money, and I was silly. It was silly because I'm a complete addict now, but I don't know what I could play. Next up, Dean Charles Chapman always knew Tommen was doomed. The Boy King is no more, but the actor who played him is still around. He gave the following statement. I first found out when we got flown out to Belfast for a table reading with the cast. The night before I got a call from David and Dan. As soon as I saw it was them, I knew it was over. I answered the phone. Hey, how are you doing? You're gonna kill me, aren't you? Yeah. And they said it really nicely, and I thanked them because they had given me two roles, Tommen and Martin Lannister. And then I told my mom, and she was like, "Aw, man." For more quotes about shooting the final scene and his takes on his and other characters, but also about Sir Pounce, read the article. Link down below. In other news, 10 questions Game of Thrones Season 7 needs to answer. These questions are: where will Arya Stark go next? Probably to King's Landing. Who controls the Riverlands now? The remaining phrase after the succession power struggle. Will Daenerys marry once more? Most definitely. What will Euron do with those ships after he builds them? Attempt to sway Dany to marry him. Will Cersei take a king? Not if she can help it. How will the White Walkers get past the wall? Tear it down via magic horn, of course. What's next for Jon and Sansa? Either marriage or civil war. How can Cersei possibly stop Daenerys' invasion of Westeros? Wildfire Part 2. Is Jaime going to stop Cersei? Mad rolls tend to die in King's Landing around Jaime. Where will Daenerys land in Westeros? Probably Dorne, or if not, in the Stormlands. Moving on to Game of Thrones Season 7 likely delayed. Seemingly bad news from HBO, as the show producers said, no, we don't have an air date yet, but this year it'll probably be a bit later. Because we're starting a bit later because at the end of the season, winter is here. That means that sunny weather doesn't really serve our purposes anymore. So we kinda pushed everything down the line so we could get some grim grey weather even in the sunnier places that we shoot. Next up, check out behind the scenes pictures from Game of Thrones Season 6. The pics are in the article and they provide interesting insight in the show's production. View them at your leisure by following the link below. In other news, where is Gendry? Game of Thrones showrunners address long absence. In an interview for the UFC Unfiltered podcast, David and Dan reveal some interesting facts about the lost bastard of Westeros. Dan, he's still rowing. David, yes, he's still rowing. It's a very long. Dan, he's coming up to Florida. David, he's getting in great shape. Think of the shape he's in after rowing for 4 seasons. Dan, big lats. Well, that was quite illuminating. Moving on to Game of Thrones ranking the seasons. The ranking is 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. What I have to say to that is no. Season 1 should be above Season 2 at least. That season's butchering of the Daenerys Scarf storyline. Also, 1 deserves the number 2 position at the least. As to the position of 3 and 4, they are correct in relation to each other, as 4 was better than 3. The Season 5 Dorne plot sank it, and it probably deserved the last position, so no comments there. Moving on to the lands of YouTube, we have more videos to mention this week. Westeros.org have released several videos about the Doors of Northern Ireland. There are 5 videos in total, all of them linked in the description. History of Westeros have released a live show-only Q&A following the season end. Ashes of Kingsgrave have released a special for the 300th video. Red Team Review has released a Q&A about episode 10. Preston Jacobs has released an Unserious Q&A about season 6. Emergency Awesome has released a video about what to do until season 7, one about Jon, Dany and the Azor Ahai prophecy, and a Q&A about the season 7 delay. That is the news for the week ending on July 10th. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like, share, comment and subscribe. And stay tuned. Goodbye everyone. Have a nice week.